In this morning Show Me the Money, schools are essential in making sure students have the skills they need in life, but some say one skill is falling through the cracks: money management. Now there's a new push to change that.
No one should launch from their home, from their schools, without a fundamental knowledge of how to navigate a very complicated financial system.
Dr. Billy Hensley is the president and CEO of the National Endowment for Financial Education. The goal of the nonprofit is to make financial literacy a bigger priority in schools.
But the data are clear on this. If you take a class in personal finance, a high quality, good quality class where the teachers have been trained, we've got great materials, great resources available to the students. You borrow better for college. Your credit scores are higher, your revolving debt is lower, you graduate with less debt as a college student, for example. And so the word is out and people want this. It's an essential life component.
Right now, many high schoolers are graduating with no financial education knowledge. A recent survey shows 88% of adults agree a personal finance class should be taught in high school. In fact, 80% said they wish they had taken a class themselves.
We live in a kind of a risky financial landscape now. There are lots and lots of people trying to get every dollar you have. And so helping understand that risk that's associated with that, as well as investing in the general topics that you think of as the cornerstones of sort of being the CFO of your financial life, if you will.
Hensley says teaching kids about important topics like managing credit and debt is crucial, especially now. Our financial lives are much more complicated.
We can get access to anyone at any time and try to convince them to buy our product or invest in our materials, so to speak. And we want students to be armed with the right information.
I'm sure there are many studies about, learning this stuff. The earlier you learn it, the better.
Right. We actually funded a study several years ago that shows that cumulative financial education, meaning starting early and learning throughout life, is the most effective tool for building successful knowledge base to be able to navigate your financial life.
Hensley says parents need to get involved. Talk to your teachers, principals, and school board. Your child's financial future depends on it.
It's difficult enough when you are engaged in this topic, but if you have had no financial education or very little discussion about this in the home, you're going to be vulnerable, if you will, to predators and those who are trying to sort of take your money.
Hensley is confident the message is spreading and more schools will eventually get on board.
As a society, we are living paycheck to paycheck, and we need to help equip our students to navigate this system. And I think we've got great momentum right now.
Right now, 15 states require high school students take at least one financial course to graduate. PA is not one of them. However, State Senator Chris Gebhardt of Lebanon has introduced legislation making that a requirement here as well. It passed in the Senate back in October. It still needs approval from the House.